Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're.
Then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017. He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs. 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
TGIW, you listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show. TGIW family, welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com with your girl Miss Be Inspired on the mic. Yeah, how's everybody feeling today? Yeah, lots going on, right? I know, but you made it halfway through the week and you got a little bit further to go. This is your girl, Miss Be Inspired on the mic, and Blizz is on the way. He should be here. And also our guests for tonight, Mark and Tiana from Skyline Foundation. And Nate is hanging out.
I can't see anything. I broke my glasses.
You can't?
I can see, but can I really see? You know, you put glasses on, you're like, ooh, I can notice.
Yeah.
The whole world out there.
Yeah, yes, I know what you mean. Well, for me, I wear contact lenses too, so yeah.
I may be doing LASIK.
I was gonna say that.
But I'm nervous, because that's a laser in your eye.
Oh,
because I have astigmatism, so me getting contacts would be like very expensive.
Yeah. Contact lenses can be expensive anyway. Just if you don't have astigmatism.
But these are like specialty contacts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, LASIK probably is a good solution. My husband said, he asked me if that's something I want to do, and I was like, I mean, I would consider it.
I'm just nervous because it's stories of people getting bacteria in their
It's surgery. Any way you look at it, even though you're still awake.
Yeah.
Anybody ever has LASIK surgery out there? If you have, you know it's still surgery, even though you're fully awake and everything, and the recovery time is supposed to be rather quick. the fact is, it's surgery. They still are messing around in your eye.
No, it's a laser.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you probably feel some kind of pressure and all that kind of stuff in the eye.
He said, my doctor said it will be irritation for about a week, and you won't be able to really see, like, clearly. It's going to be fuzzy for a while.
And glasses won't help it. It's just...
Because your eyes are recovering.
Oh my God.
It's like getting laser treatment on your skin. It's going to be really, you know, flaky.
Oh.
It has to heal.
Oh. See, now I'm like, I don't know if I would get it.
I have to get braces, and I'm thinking about LASIK.
Okay.
Things I should have done when I was a teenager.
Well,
35.
I can't talk because I had braces in my late 20s. And I had them. I needed to take them out sooner than what I did. I had them in for quite a while, but the fact is, I had to get them
on.
Yeah, it was an expense, but it was necessary. You know, it helps my confidence in a lot of ways because I didn't like
other options, but I'm leery of them because they have the permanent retainers. And
I have permanent retainers in now.
Yeah.
And it's worth it because your teeth don't shift as much. Like if you don't have if you get braces in and you don't have the retainers in, or you don't use the regular ones, the ones that aren't built in regularly, your teeth will shift and could go back to.
I had retainers when I was younger because I didn't need braces.
Okay.
But I had retainers and I never wore them. I kept put them in tissues when I was eating, and
yeah,
my mother spent a lot of money.
Right, that's true. Yeah, yeah. So,
what's new?
A lot. I don't want to think I'm ready to make that announcement yet.
No, I mean, I ain't say that.
But yeah, a lot is new. Definitely been working my business. As you all know, this is, let me see, May, June, July 4th would made 2 whole months that I've been self-employed, full-time self-employed.
Are you waking up like, so what do I do?
Well, not many, because I do still have my business. And so I have meetings with clients. I have the Wisdom on the Wall business, which we have a huge announcement about that. That's going to be, I can't, because you know how when you're in development, you can't give all the exclusives, but just know that Wisdom on the Wall is doing some positive things in the community. And so we're lining things up with Wisdom on the Wall to make it easier for us to be able to do what we do for the community.
So what do you do outside of being a book?
Right. So we have free workshops that we give quarterly, and we do different segments. We talk about health, fitness, mental illness, mental health, self-care, all of that, and it's completely free to the community. And we feed people there. Food is awesome. The last one we had fun, fitness, and fashion. That was the title of our last workshop, and we actually had a Praise Fit instructor come, and we did a Praise Fit session. We had a mini fashion show on how to shop or dress on a budget, and so we had a couple of real life models. I'm talking about real people who shop at bargain shops and thrift stores and boutiques that actually put pieces together, and all the outfits had to be under $50. So we did that. So we do a lot for the community. We're going to be doing some work with the youth and things like that. So my days are filled with building my business and also collaborating with other people. But you know what, I will tell you, this is what happens. I wake up and I realize I don't have to get ready to go into the office.
That could be so dangerous on certain days.
Yeah, it's almost like I have to remind myself that I don't have to go to bed tonight because I have to get up at a certain time in the morning to go to work and
work.
travel to work. I get up and I go down to my office, and sometimes I have a Zoom meeting with people, you know, things like that. So if, in case you did not know, my business is called Be Inspired Global LLC. So I took the whole concept of Be Inspired and actually turned it, I already had the business Be Inspired LLC, but I added the global since I had been working with different ones from overseas, and so I've been doing some consulting.
Can you tell them how easy that process was?
It was very easy. And the second time around, I felt like an expert because I went down there with you. So let me just say, Nate has been fabulous. When I first started this radio show, if you didn't know, this is the 3-year anniversary of the Be Inspired radio show. 3 years.
I'll come up there right now.
Huh?
That's the police.
That's not 3 years on the Be Inspired radio show. And yeah, so Nate was very instrumental in helping me and mentoring me through this whole process because I had no radio experience, none whatsoever. I had ambition. I had a business plan that was like 10 pages long. I still bring that up because they were laughing at me, but I had a business plan that was like 10 pages long.
Some people don't have 1 page yet.
Yeah. And I came in prepared because that's all I know to be, you know, is prepared. It's like, that's all I know. Like, let me come in and, you know, because I didn't know what to expect. And I took it as a legitimate opportunity. Like, this is somebody's, and it is. Right, and it is. This is a legitimate radio station. Somebody's asking you to come in and tell me what you want your show to be. I'm going to be professional about it. I'm going to come in with my plan, which you should do as a professional. If you're a professional radio personality, business person, whatever you are, you need to be prepared. You need to have that in hand. So,
and you can tell, you know, people who are, because people you started with aren't here.
Yeah.
You know, people who started after you aren't here.
Right.
But there's a difference. It really is a difference. Don't do things because it looks good or it sounds good, or somebody over there is having success at it. Do it because it fits you. And I think what you learned in this is this: sometimes you can be as prepared as you want to be. Sometimes you just have to just throw that out the window.
And that's true too. Yeah. Okay, so when I first started with Nate saying that, and I think we're going to be going to break soon.
Yeah, it's 30 seconds.
Okay, so never mind. When we come back from the break, then I will talk to you a little bit more about how we got started, our humble beginnings. And by that time, Blizz and Mark and Tiana will be in the studio with us. So don't move. Stay tuned to the Be Inspired radio show right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
BIW, y'all. Oh my God. First of all, I gotta stop all the presses because my bro is here. Bliss is back in the building. I'm so happy, y'all. Yes. Okay, so y'all know these past couple weeks have been rough on people.
It's something in the air, man. Like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Change.
But
change.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of change swirling in the air.
People to make some decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on. But I'm glad to see you, Bliss.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes. How you feeling? How you holding up, bro?
I'm alright. Still dealing with some other things, but man, it's cool.
Yeah. Yes. But you here. That's all that matters.
Definitely. I wasn't gonna miss this. You find me?
I always say, like, one day at a time. Like, anytime anybody's dealing with anything, don't think too far in the future. Because if you do,
that's the problem with moving too fast.
Yeah, you get really discouraged. So I'm glad you're here. And we're going to have a good time tonight. And we got Mark and Tiana in the building. They're here?
Yeah, they're here.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you can bring them in. That's fine. Yep. So they're gonna join us in a second. Make sure you share this out with everybody. Okay, let them know we are in the building. The Be Inspired Radio Show. We are, let me just say, celebrating 3 years.
Yeah.
Man, I'm like, what happened? That time went by so fast. Although Nate was like, I think it's been longer, but it's been 3 years. We are 3 years old this month. And if you didn't know, this is Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah, your boy Blizzard.
and we have Mark and Tiana that are about to come into the studio. They're representing Skyline Foundation. They have a lot of good stuff they're going to be sharing with us and talking to us about. But I wanted to shift the focus to Nate, because I think this is a perfect time to talk about Bootprints, the movie. And there's been a lot of positive movement around that.
Yeah, I'm at a phase right now where I'm not afraid to call myself a black artist, and what that means to me is I refuse to whitewash my creativity or give up when people don't see my vision. Okay. This has been a test. And you know, we started this, in November? Yeah. So this has definitely been a test of not only my faith, but my endurance, my creativity. Yeah. I use parts of my brain that I have not used since I was in college. Yeah. And it's forced me to really go into that place of just pulling from every place and learning to lean on people and trust people and be open to new ideas, because we get into that space of, well, I've been doing this by myself all this time, so I'm gonna do this. But we finished, we got an awesome write-up in Be More Art magazine, and that was it was bittersweet because people outside of our culture took that as I must have known her, and I started posting my my resume, my acting resume. So if you see it was on my banner, because I have to let people know I'm not new at this. Yeah, like I've been acting. I got tons of awards. I got tons of write-ups. So I may be, you know, kind of in my infancy of being a director, but I ain't just become an artist. Yeah, you know, Sally Mae still calling me for her money. Right. So I've given a lot of time and effort. So, and sometimes you gotta be that arrogant and that confident rather than arrogant and who you are. You know, as a rapper, as a new business owner, you gotta have that confidence, because people will test you. Yeah, they will. They will test you. And I'm working with people who don't look like us, and I have to keep qualifying myself. Every single conversation, I gotta go down what I've accomplished and to come to the table with. I just had a meeting and I had to like pull this out, like this is a citation from the mayor, like certain conversations.
Give you bell time right there for that one.
Sometimes you gotta, and I hate that part of it. Yeah. Because that shouldn't speak for me. Like I'm having a conversation with you right now, and you're looking at a bio. Like I've learned lines for the past. Like I've gone to art high school. I studied theater and art in college. I've worked, like I don't work for anybody. If anything, I'm a teaching artist. That's normally the only 9 to 5. I work at the station, I'm at the Impact Hub, I'm at the Pill Center. Like I work, like when I get up in the morning, it's how we gonna eat today. Right. What's on the menu? What can we do? And it's not always lined up. As I'm quite sure both of y'all know now, like it's not easy. You know, Blair's getting back into music. It's not easy. Right. You know, especially when we take these breaks. Yeah. These creative breaks that we take to kind of re-up a little bit and get things done and paid for. But jumping out there is what we are doing. But not deflecting from Bootprints, but Bootprints is moving on. Yeah. We're still auditioning some. We're finishing up the screenplay of it, and still auditioning some filmmakers, and just moving in a different way. And I'm not taking no for an answer. We just submitted the actual, like a trailer to the UMC channel. Yes. So trying to get things done. Great, and moving. I'm proud. Eating. All those things. I'm proud of you. Yeah, because this jump, don't pay attention to what anybody says you can't do. Whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be, you know, people who doing what you doing. Like overlook all that. Sometimes you gotta listen to what people are saying and understand, like take the arrogance out of it and take the criticism. Take from it what you need from it. Yeah. But other people can often the writer, Latonya Valencia, told me, don't ever let a blind person proofread your vision. Like, don't do it because they're not seeing what you're seeing, and often their own personal fears are attached to the advice that they're giving you. And I just
that is so true. You know what? It's funny you said that because I was thinking we had said something similar. My husband and I was talking, and usually when you talk to other people about maybe something that you're going through, they can only give you advice from their point of reference. So they go back and look at some of the stuff they've gone through and give you advice based on that and how they came through it. But it may not be the right advice for you. It may not be what you need to hear. You know, I think people don't take the time to really listen to people, listen to what they're saying, listen to what they might be dealing with, and actually give them advice that would help them for their life.
And if you can't, don't.
Right.
Just
don't
let people be
I love that. Let me get that.
You know, I'm not the one that give you no advice on this, but go for it, do what you got to do, or let me get you in touch with somebody who probably helps me out when I'm in that space.
Right.
Stop giving advice to people when you can't afford to.
That's so true.
Like, because it does something to us. Like, we'll be like, well, you know what, I can't really do that. What was I thinking? And we're sitting in a space of, like, the last 2 weeks have been hard for me because anytime a show is over, it's like, what do I do now? And then there's still more progress that needs to happen in conjunction with it. But the last 2 weeks, like, I was in a funk. I bought a new mattress as a treat to myself, and I lived on that mattress. And I really spent a lot of time reflecting on things that I've always used to say, well, you know, Nate, it's easier for me to live in somebody else's dream. It's easier for me to help Naomi with her dream than it is for me to actually live out my own. It's so much harder to just live your own dream. We can live in groups, and I always felt like I needed a group around me. I needed, you know, a team. I don't. You know, what I owe people for helping me with this production so far, I could have did most of it by myself. And it was me saying I can't. Me listening to, you know, teachers that said I wasn't a good writer, so I never thought about practicing and writing a play or writing a movie and having all this talent. Like, I can touch anything and it'd be awesome after I move my hand. But just listening to people who can't, that don't go out there and get it themselves. You listen to people like, man, come on, Blizz, how many times you tried this? But how many albums have they completed? You know, then they doing the same thing at the same talent you're doing. How many times have they completed a career?
I always say too, though, because I have a slightly different perspective in that you have to know when it's time to collaborate, because collaboration is not a bad thing. It's just that sometimes you just have to take your time in figuring out who you need to connect with to help you bring your vision to fruition. And because I'm huge on collaboration. That's all I know to do. If I see talent,
that's what we taught as students.
I'm like,
teamwork.
I see talent in you. I'm gonna be like, listen, you want an opportunity? If I can help it, you know. But it's just about timing and being wise about who you link up to, and you know, a lot of times we get caught up in the whole mentality of, you know, I was listening to a podcast today, actually, a morning show of like black CEOs, morning show, and they had a speaker on there who was saying, you know, you have two different mentalities. You have the hunter who goes out and, you know, they have to kill whatever they consume. Then you have the farmer who has to grow whatever they consume and replenish it. Which one are you? Are you going to be the hunter, the one who goes out there and, you know, kills everything before you know, consume it? Like a business partner, or if you're going out for a business opportunity, that hunter mentality is like, I'm gonna kill that, you know, and it's more so of a destructive type of thing. Rather, farmers, or having the farmer mentality, when you go out and do business with people, you realize you need to build. Don't go out and tear down. Look for ways to build up. Look for ways to partner with other people.
Every conversation doesn't end with a check.
It's like some things it's just going to be about helping one another, and I think once we get to that mentality, we can cover so much more ground, you know, and be honest about what it is that you need or where you are. But working with other people is not necessarily a bad thing. anything but not allowing people to stop your flow. That's the balance between the two. Because
and self, don't let yourself.
Yeah, yourself.
That's a lot on other people. That's
true. I agree with that.
But it's ourselves, because at the end of the day, it's your choice.
Yeah, it is your choice. You can choose to or not to. So yeah, Blizz, I want to talk to you because let me say, I just want to say this. So out of a lot of the people that I know in my circle, you're probably one of the most positive people and very inspirational. And you know, I'm a believer that when you're going through real life stuff, that's an opportunity to reflect, but also it's an opportunity for others to see a real person going through real issues and how they make it through. So I wanted to ask you, you know, like, even though you're going through all that you're going through, you don't have to be specific about anything, you know, where are you finding the strength to keep on going, to keep on pushing through like that? You know, even though you're being very transparent about the fact, listen, I'm going through some stuff, right? You know, so where do you find the strength to keep on going like you do?
I don't know. It's hard to really say. Like, I just, you know, I pray.
Yeah.
You know, I think about people that love me, like my mother. So I mean, I gotta be there for her. So I gotta be strong.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the only choice I have. So as much as it hurt, I just, you know, try to put it on my back and just carry on.
Yeah.
And that's a real man thing to do. But I'm and not taking that away from you, but learning how to find that answer, because we can't go through life with all this stuff on our back, because then life gets cut short, and then life is much harder, and everything is so much heavier, and it's harder to really see past. But just seeking out that answer, like what strengthens you, what, you know, prayer. Okay, well, let's start with that. The people that surrounded you that are giving and pouring into your cup, like those things. But really finding the answer to dig a little bit deeper and really connect that source, because then when this happens again, I know exactly where to go to.
Exactly.
I know exactly how to prevent this. So I'm at that source and digging from it, or taking from it a little by little, opposed to now I'm at the source and I'm draining it dry because I didn't really understand what this source was. But really looking for that answer. As guys, we you know, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be alright. Yeah, you're not. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta really.
I used to be like that. I ain't gonna lie. I used to always be like, I'm good. But now it's like, as the older I get, you know, the more mature I get, I show my emotions more. So it's like I ain't scared to cry. I ain't scared to like do none of that. It's like you gotta let it out. You can't hold it in.
I'm like, be honest. That's all I know. And I know it's difficult for guys, but you know, when you are, I mean, you'd be surprised the type of help and support you get when you're honest about where you are in your life. And I had to realize that for me. Like, I'm really exhausted, for real. Like, I'm not that way now, but I've been that way in my life at times where I'm like, for real, I'm tired. For real, I'm not okay. No, I'm not. I need help. I need somebody to help me. And the most of the time when I'm that honest, God will send people strategically in my life to help. And then the other thing for me is that I'm learning self-care now before crisis hits. Because maintenance, because the fact is, if I'm doing this, like I pray, I've been adding prayer time into my life more and more. I'm deliberate about getting up in the mornings and praying and just being thankful and just taking that time to be more grateful than anything. And even though it might seem like I have a whole lot of stuff in my life not to be grateful for, the more I'm showing gratitude, the more the strength is taken out of the struggle or the intimidation of what I'm going through, you know. And it doesn't mean that it's going to go away. It's just mean my perspective on it has changed a bit. But that's because I'm doing what I need to do beforehand. So I'm maintaining this this cycle or routine of taking care of myself, of taking a breaks when I need to, and walking away from a 9 to 5 that was causing me to get gray hair at 35 years old. And you know, I'm like, at this point in my life, I'm like, listen, I'm taking the breaks that I need to take. I'm going to feed myself with the stuff that I need to feed myself with, so I don't find myself in this same place every single time. But things happen in life, some things that you can't even expect, or that you don't even realize is going to happen. Curveballs happen you weren't even expecting. You going about life, and life is just wonderful, and then smack up against thing after thing after thing, and that can be difficult. But again, I say be honest about where you are in your life. Take the breaks that you need to take, and then more importantly, when you are doing well, do things to help to maintain that positive flow in your life. I.e., if it's to pray, don't wait until you get in the situation or trial to start doing things. But if you can manage to do it, do things beforehand to help you. Self-care. That's Miss B Inspired Soapbox. I haven't done that in a long time.
Just realizing what's important to you, and eliminating anything off that list that does not feed you nor, you know, push you forward. And that could be places and people and things and jobs, and friendships and opportunities. And sometimes you just gotta, like my friends, they've always called me Mr. Vacation, because I walk slowly because I'm clumsy but I was raised by older people, so when we rush, we sometimes make mistakes that aren't necessary. And not rushing doesn't mean that I'm not willing to jump all in. But I've learned patience, and being as I just turned 35, like I really have patience. And I don't get upset over stuff that would normally at 25 I'd have been on that roof, like going toe to toe with individuals. That's true. And I just don't feel the need to do it. Go lay down, go take a nap. Right.
I think too, when you're going through, like when it seems like stuff after stuff is happening, you're being stretched. You really are. Your capacity to be able to deal with things, you're being stretched to grow to a different capacity, to maybe have faith in a different way that you've never had it before. And I've realized that because, and I keep referring back to when I left my job, because I gave the government 17 years of my life. Yes, I did. And I had to leave that job. And it seemed like before then, stuff after stuff was starting to happen. My health was being challenged, and, you know, I had to walk away from Blueprints, and I didn't want to. But my health was challenged. I was stressed out. You know, I was juggling this and that. You know, my children, we were moving. We moved from a new house. We moved from one apartment to a house. And, you know, it was just so much happening at one time, and I thought I was about to break down. I was like, you know what, this is too much for me. And then the more I looked at it, the more I realized my capacity to be able to deal with certain things, and also my faith was being stretched. I had to believe God on a level that I never believed him before. And what was that level? That he was going to supply for me what my 9 to 5 was supplying for me. You know, I was getting a nice size check every 2 weeks, and I knew that money was going to be coming in, so I relied on that. I had faith in that check that I was getting every 2 weeks.
Is what the definition of blind faith. And I just, a lot of my friends was like, boy, you crazy. I couldn't live like that. Like, you don't know when the next gig is coming or the next paycheck. And sometimes I do go back to like, oh man, like, okay, this big check out this guy that's kind of drawn to an end. What's next? What's coming? But just knowing that things are going to be right around the corner. And I went into Blueprints with nothing but the money I had in my own pocket. And I had no idea what was going to happen. And then speed that up 7 months later, all the bills that I had accumulated cleared.
Wow.
Just
yes. Okay, so I gotta ring the bell on that, because let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a story, and this is, I hope this is helping somebody.
That's not to say don't donate still.
Yeah, don't do that. Only if you right. But I will say this, and I'm grateful that you brought this up, and I'm hoping that this is helping somebody, and it's helping me right now, because when I came in here, I had one mind frame, but I'm telling you. So before I left my job, and I was contemplating, whether or not that's what I need to do. And I had two car payments. I had one on my little Sebring and one on my baby, my Lexus. The Lexus got totaled in December. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this was my car, my dream car. It got totaled. Little did I know that happened because I was going to end up leaving my job in May. So that completely wiped out that car payment that I did not need.
Now, pause. Think about the other times where things like that happen.
Yes.
And you were fighting to hold on to something that did not belong to you. Now, I know parts of the story, but when we're holding on to stuff, and it has to be forcefully taken out of the hand.
That is so true.
My baby. Well, not today.
No.
Not your baby.
No, you are so right. Yeah, and I told my husband that too. I was like, when you feel that tug, when God is telling you, when you feel, your spirit within you saying you need to make that move, you need to do whatever you need to do, don't delay on it, because if you do, you will find yourself in that situation.
And we have examples of people fighting, and we see things getting forcefully taken from them, and they're like, well, that ain't gonna happen to me. And then the whole decision to do it all over again, and now I'm going through it. And you like, I'm just, this is my home. I'm gonna pray on my home.
Right.
It ain't yours. It's already been destined that is about to be moved out of the way.
Yeah.
So now you gotta sacrifice and really decide whether you will choose this way and you will give it to me, or I'm gonna take it. And normally when it's taken, you gotta recover from something being taken.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes, I'm hoping this is helping somebody on today. We are being stretched. Listen to the Spirit of God within you. If there's a decision you have to make, or even if you're going through a whole bunch of stuff, like Blizz was saying how he was going through a bunch of stuff. I got finished telling y'all how it was like one thing after another, and it really is to stretch your faith, to get you to believe on a different level, and that things are happening just the way it's supposed to happen.
Before I leave, this is my last moment in here. Don't go to sleep with things unfinished. If you didn't get it done that day, let it go. Get up the next day, start a new list, put it somewhere on that list of priorities, but don't steal from tomorrow and don't take from today and bring it into tomorrow. Go to sleep, get rest, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Can't sleep, man. Like, that's the last thing I'll be.
We see you. Text me. Facebook. Go to sleep.
I don't be Facebooking. Not at night.
You got 3 people that look at your page in this room, and you go.
I don't Facebook at night.
Okay.
Not late at night.
Okay.
Go
to bed. Just go to bed.
I did tell Blizz, take the breaks that you need, but it's easier said than done when you're in the throes. Yeah, the throes of what you're going through. It's easier said than done. You know how you be like trying to get your last little thought in. Yeah, it's 30 seconds. We gotta go to break, y'all. But when we come back, Mark and Tiana will be in the studio with us, so stay tuned. Don't you move. You're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
You're now listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
Within our community, we got to look at ourselves and love and support each other. However, when we bring color into the perspective, we are no longer looking at each other as equals. We are dividing ourselves even more so than what society divides us. We're already divided with inequality not inequality, but inequality within a system that is meant to keep us down. Here we are yet again doing things that are detrimental to our survival and sustaining of fruitful living. We're causing more mental health issues upon ourselves in our own society and our own communities by talking about the difference in complexion, even when it gets down to the point where we discriminate upon each other. I've often felt that I have been discriminated against, even with my own people, when it comes to me going into a business that is black owned and black operated, and I get up service and then I never want to return and into that establishment because the service was so up. I support those who support me. It doesn't matter what color you are, what race you are. If you are a peaceful person, peaceful, loving person who believes in equality, I will love and support you with the same effort. However, being black and supporting black and acknowledging that I love the...
Make sure you check out McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
Black by Demand radio show.
2 years ago. If you broke that bike and it don't work, that's on you, brother. I suggest you get that toolkit out back and then start working with it, right? Yeah. So my son's looking at me like, wow. And I broke down to him how we had got fixing flat tires down to a science. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? Sticking the tube in the water. Right? Talk to me, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, critical thinking. And see, and we look at that now, and like kids, they not as on hands like we were back in the day.
That's because nowadays you don't have to put the bikes together anymore. They can come assembled.
Yeah, everything's coming assembled.
In the store, they ask you like if you want it already assembled.
Right.
Back then, you just got the box with 1 million pieces.
Right, and today I don't think they could work with that.
It's just like the thought process. Nowadays, you get a bike that's already put together. Now, when you were younger, you had to put this bike together.
You got to put it together.
That basically closes your mind into learning how to do something.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now you're giving it something. So, okay, you take this. This is what it is.
Right.
So now we have to run with this instead of teaching the child. This is how you put this together, so you see the result as this.
Right. Critical thinking. I like that. Absolutely. So look, not to cut you off, Mr. Denise, but let's go to our first commercial break, and then we're gonna come back and finish talking about critical thinking.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Are we back? TGIW, everybody, we are back. You are listening to the Be Inspired radio show right here with your girl, Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And we are here with our special guest tonight. I'm so pumped. Yay! We have Skyline Foundation representing on the Be Inspired radio show with Mark, Lisa, and Tiana. Yay! And the crowds go wild.
Hello.
So I want to thank y'all first of all for being on the show tonight. It's always a pleasure. And Lisa, welcome, because this is your first time.
Yes, thank you so much.
On the show. So we're happy to have you. I want to take the time out, first of all, to have Mark share with us. First of all, say hi to everybody, because you just had a birthday, right?
Birthday was crazy. It
I was out of
on
town.
Point.
On your birthday.
Yeah, you missed it.
I know.
But you know, we got a little shindig going on this Friday. Come on through.
Oh yeah.
My birthday.
Oh, hey, yes. Happy birthday, love. We'll get the bell phone for the birthday love. There we go. Yes.
And with birthdays comes Skyline Bacon Babes. Hit that bell.
Oh
yeah, we official.
Okay. We got all kinds of exclusives on the Be Inspired Radio show.
We doing it. We doing it.
So tell us about that. It's Skyline. Now, what is the whole name of the baking?
Skyline Bacon Babes.
Baking Babes. Skyline.
Cakes, cupcake services. You want it, we got it. If you ain't got it, we can get it for you.
Okay. So what made you start that? Before we even talk about the foundation, because you know this is new.
Hosting parties. And you know, you add a little extra to someone's party that they weren't expecting, and they get excited over it.
Right.
Like, wow, I got this for free.
Right.
Yeah. So we played it out. We've been playing gimmicks for about 2 years. All right. Let's go ahead and make some money with this. She done took my phone.
To be honest, I told her to.
I figured that. The boss.
They're keeping you on point. I mean,
but
you gotta have a team, a legit team.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna keep you going. Okay, so
got the eyeballs.
We just add
eyeballs don't fell on my face.
We got new specs too.
Yeah.
Was this along with the birthday? This.
Nah, it's called getting old.
You can't see you.
Oh my gosh. So yes.
But I mean, everything that we do is gonna be something that revolves around Skyline. You know, Skyline Foundation, Skyline Models, Skyline Bacon Babes, Skyline Parties and Events.
Okay.
I don't know.
Y'all kind of already been in that vein of the party and events, but you haven't really called it out as Skyline Party and Events, have you?
Nah.
Cause y'all do that all the time. Y'all always throwing something, some kind of party.
We're always doing something.
Yeah.
We're always in the mix of doing something. I mean, we work with a vast variety of fashion models. A chosen few actors and actresses. Gotta give a big shout out. You know we got to. Cherie English.
Okay.
AKA Stilts. Tiana know who it is.
Hey, Stilts.
We'll be bringing her back to Baltimore soon.
Okay.
Because she's definitely ready to come out and do something with us.
Okay.
And she's always ready to come out.
So what industry is she in? What does she do?
Everything. She started out when I got into the modeling and fashion industry, I'ma say about 15, 16. I'm gonna say 15, 16 years ago, maybe 17. I researched the business and I started networking and trying to find out who's who. Gotta give it another shout out. My girl April Watts, the host of Jazzy Summer Nights.
Okay.
By Derek Chase.
Yes.
April Watts. Yeah. She was one of the first fashion models that I came in contact with years ago within the DMV area. Outside of the DMV area, Cherie English was the main one that I really followed because she wasn't from here. And I don't know what it was about her, but I was attracted. I was attentive to what she was doing, what she was about.
Right.
She was always in the mix of something. April Watts and 2 other young ladies in the DMV area, I was attracted to what they were doing as fashion models. They were always in the mix of something.
Right.
If something, if something was something, they were there. You know what I mean? I don't want to throw too many names out there, but the triple threat. If the triple threat was at any party or any event, if you weren't there, you weren't at the right party, and that's how they rolled in the DMV. And April Watts will tell you that.
Wow.
And she was flabbergasted when we had a conversation a couple months ago. She was like, "Wow, you still remember my fashion model name?" Yeah.
Right.
You were one of the first that I followed in the DMV area. So, make a long story short, I'm trying to get her in tune with the whole Skyline Foundation movement, and trying to get her. She's got a very crazy busy schedule. You know how entrepreneurs are and celebrities are. You get in where you fit in.
Right.
Right, Blizzard.
Yeah, they're.
You know what I mean? We've had Naomi out there. We ain't had you out there yet. What's up?
What's up?
You gonna come feed
we gotta go. We gotta
Sunday.
get you
This weekend, baby.
What's your schedule like?
I'm good. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm happy.
Look, this Saturday, Skyline Foundation. We in DC, Franklin Square Park.
Yeah.
12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I know the flyer says 12:30, 3:30. We there 12 to 4. This Sunday, Baltimore, under the bridge. It's gonna be warm. It might be hot, but we got shade. We got the bridge.
Yep. And
we don't need trees. We got the bridge.
It's always an awesome time.
12 to 4.
Yeah.
Come on out. Don't bring anything. If it's your first time, don't bring nothing.
Bring some toiletries. Don't listen
over that way,
guys.
Come out and see what you do. But if you need to bring anything, toiletries. Toiletries, feminine products.
Yes.
Hygiene products. Don't bring water.
And water.
Water.
Definitely water.
Don't bring soda, because we're not gonna serve it.
Yeah.
We don't serve no soda. I don't care if it's Sprite, 7-Up, ginger ale. No, we don't do soda.
Good. Yeah.
That will go in somebody's trunk. Point blank.
You know what I've realized the last time I was there too, with you saying that sometimes there are a lot of diabetics in the line that's coming.
Exactly.
And they'll say, I'm diabetic, so I can't, drink that kind of stuff or whatever. So it's good to be mindful.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Why you got so many sweets out here?
Yeah.
Because if a diabetic's sugar drops, what do they need? Sugar. Let me take a bite of this. Get my sugar back up.
Right. Yeah.
And then they good. You know what I mean? I've witnessed it on more than one occasion.
Yeah.
Whether it be homeless people, someone within the family, within the circle of friends. Diabetes is a serious situation that hit a bell. That it's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just like cancer. You don't know who has it.
No, you don't.
If you're not getting checked like that, you don't know who has it until
detected.
Until the rock hits the hard place. You don't know who has it.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting checked, man, look, go get checked.
Amen to that. Go get your physicals. Go to the doctors, fam.
Doctor's your best friend.
Yeah.
I don't trust him either, but doctor might be your best friend when it comes to your lifeline. Try and tell you.
The best thing my husband ever told me was accept your help. There was a time, like a couple months ago, when I was going through a bunch of different little stuff with my health, and you know how we like to self-diagnose, and if you're not a person who likes taking medicine, you don't. And so I did go to the doctors. They did give me something to take, you know, and I'm not huge on medicine, and my husband knows that. But he was like, you went to the doctors because you needed help. Accept your help. That's what the doctors are there for. Even though we don't necessarily agree with everything that, you know, some people may not agree with everything that doctors do or what they prescribe. I would say first, if you can afford to, find a doctor that you share the same values with, but go, because you can get, there are all kinds of alternative things you can get. If you're a holistic type of person, there's things out there that you can get, but accept your help. I will constantly say that, because that thing changed my entire life when I heard that. And it can be applied to anything. It can be applied to not only your health, but in your business or whatever it is that you're looking to do. If help is around you, accept it. It will help your life.
You got to.
Yes.
You got to.
One thing I learned about doctors is that this might come as a surprise for many of you all who are paying attention or watching this today. But doctors actually get paid based off of medicine that they prescribe. But one time I went to the doctors and they tried to give me some medicine, and I told them no. I said, I don't want any medicine. I need this to go further than just medicine, because the issues that I was having wasn't just a, oh, take these pills and you'll be okay kind of issue. It was like, I need another doctor and another doctor and another doctor, because this has to get fixed. So sometimes, even though they prescribe you medicine, if you're not comfortable with taking medicine to like heal you, because it's just a cover up sometimes, but you can always ask the doctor for other alternatives. And holistic doctors are definitely coming left and right and left and right. Like, I had a doctor actually tell me to lower my meat consumption. I think I said that right.
The second time you did.
Consumption. And after they told me to lower my meat consumption, they told me to eat more fruits and vegetables. Now the thing is, I eat fruits all day long. I will pass up on eating regular food because I have a piece of fruit in front of me and I am happy. But on the vegetable side, I slack. So I came to the conclusion, I'm saying this out loud, that some days out of the 7 days of the week, I will actually eat only vegetables and fruit for the whole day.
That's good.
And then eat meats probably either at night or in the morning, or like in the middle of the day.
When your body can process
also it takes about 3 days for your body to consume red meat, and just meats in general, it takes your body a while to consume that into your system. So eating fruits and vegetables, yeah, it might flow through you quite faster, but you're actually having a healthier body. So that's something that, if you all are listening, hopefully you are, and watching, hopefully you are, add more add more vegetables and fruits to your diet and see how much of a change you receive with that.
That's good. You can hit the bell for yourself for that.
Hey.
That's true. So yeah, as you can see, Skyline Foundation is, I would say, an all-around kind of holistic, that's the word for the day, right? A holistic organization. So they deal with everything and the well-being of people, and that's what it's about, our community. I want to shift the focus to Lisa, because Lisa is a newcomer to the Be Inspired radio show. But how long have you been with Skyline Foundation?
For about 6 months.
6 months. Wow.
Yeah, it's been about 6 months.
So what drew you to Skyline?
I basically love what they do. I came in as far as feeding the homeless. That was something that I always wanted to do. I was born and raised East Baltimore, so Beef Gaddy was, a person that I looked up to in everything that she done. So a friend of mine, Tori, had told me about Mark, and she couldn't make it one day. She was actually running late, so she told me to come down and represent the Beehive Connection. Shout out to them. So I'm a part of that organization as well. So I came down and been coming ever since.
That's what's up. Okay, so you got to hit the bell for Lisa. Yeah. I think it's so cool, and I'm gonna say this, excuse me, publicly, that I feel like Skyline Foundation is underrated, because you all are doing so much, and I really do want the word to get out there about what you all are doing in the community and the type of help that you all need. So I know you all are always, you know, accepting donations and all that kind of stuff. So how can people donate or participate in Skyline Foundation and, you know, some of the things that you all have going on? Because you do feed the homeless on Saturdays and Sundays, every third Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
I got it. What? So just talk about some of the things that you all need, how you're looking for volunteers. I know y'all have meetings and things like that. So how can somebody join up with, because we want to get the word out there. Y'all are going to get the help y'all need. Y'all are going to expand. This is a movement. It's not going to be a movement. It already is. So let's talk about that. How can we help to assist the movement?
So for anyone who would like to volunteer, please reach out to Mark. Mark would definitely give his Facebook information.
You can also hit up Tiana.
You only have to hit me up on.
They're both passing the buck, but somebody gives some information.
If you're in the Baltimore area, if you don't know me or Tiana and you know Miss Lisa, by all means, hit her up. She's got the information.
Yes.
We're also possibly tagged in this live video. So the names are Mark Ray and Mark Butcher.
Booker.
Mark Booker.
Bucher. It's spelled Butcher, but it's pronounced Booker.
You know what?
Booker and Tiana Hudson.
Lisa.
Lisa Clark.
I got my.
I have two pages on Facebook. You can look me under Lisa Marable, MARABLE, or Lisa Clark. I have my Miss Motivational page on there as well, and I do share a lot of information.
Miss Motivation.
Yes, I love to inspire and motivate people.
I love it. Yes, because it's a brand. You are who you are. That's what I say. If you're gonna build your brand, build it based on who you are to the core. So Miss Motivational.
Yes.
I love it. Now listen here, because I'm about to give y'all some instruction. He is Be Inspired Global speaking. Where is your Facebook page for Skyline Foundation? So people can just go there and message y'all. Y'all know I got to do it.
It's my fault.
Because I can't be Miss Be Inspired unless I do it.
I will be accountable.
Okay.
For it. Within the last month since we've been here, there has been a lot going on. I will finish creating and updating our Facebook page.
Okay.
Instagram.
And my Instagram and the Twitter. Yeah, I know that's a lot. That's 3 social networks that I'm struggling on. But it's okay, because I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there, and I'm going to get there really soon. And then when we have that information up, we will definitely send it to
Miss Be Inspired. Did y'all see that? I just want to throw that out there. We're going to make sure you get the information.
Yes, we're going to make sure that you all get the information and you all can reach out to us.
But either way,
by all means, come on out.
Under the 83 bridge. So even if you haven't contacted anyone and you wanted to come because you saw us on a radio show.
12 to 4. We out there 12 to 4. Come on out.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you. We'd love to have you be a part of our movement.
That's right. That's what it is. A movement.
It don't cost you nothing.
But your time.
That's all it costs is your time.
Sundays, what are you doing anyways?
If you ain't going to church, you're not doing nothing. Right. And then it's 12 o'clock.
Right.
You don't have to get out there till 1 if you go to the late session for church service. You might have went out Saturday night. You might not went to the 8:30, 9 o'clock service. You might went to the 11, 12 o'clock service.
You still had time to get there.
You still got time to come out and bless.
And we do not care about what time you get there, just as long as when you get there you work. Yes. That's all that matters.
That's right. That's good. That's right. That's what's up. I got to give a shout out though to a couple of people that are tuned in, and I think we have Kim Pickett that is tuned in. Shout out to Kim. Hey, Kim.
What's up,
Thank you
Kim?
for tuning in.
Hey.
Oh, we have Pastor Tanya Simpson who is on. Hey, Pastor Tanya.
God bless.
We have my Baltimore Hun sister Glenda, who is on. Hey, Glenda, what's going on? If y'all didn't know, I am a Baltimore Hun, and yes,
What's
they
up,
do
Glenda?
have some beautiful.
Where you at?
Melanin in.
You coming out this weekend? What's up? Sunday, 12 to 4 under the bridge. Come on out. We love to have you.
So we got Glenda tuned in, my sis. Mama Z, who is always, when I say every week, Mama Z is tuned in. You better believe it. Mama Z is tuned in. And Mama Z is Blizz mom.
Yeah.
What's up, Mama Z?
And she always keep us in prayer and keep us lifted. So shout out to Mama Z. Awesome. Shout out to my cousin Sheena. Hey, Sheena. And Kendra. And my sister Shonda. And my hubby Titus. And then Rebel Radford. He said tuning in. Big ups to everyone. Great show. Sharing and inviting Elisha from Sunset Soul. Hey, Elisha. She's on here too. They're here on Thursday. Who else we got? We got quite a few tuned in. Thank y'all. And
What's
make
up?
Sure you share
Be
it out.
Exposed radio host after Miss Be Inspired, Miss Wren. We definitely got to get on your show after back to back. We got to do a back to back show.
That is true. Yes.
We got to make that happen.
We can't leave out Salacious Life. Yes, Wren.
If we do it anytime soon, we'll have to start without you.
That's fine.
All right, so we do have to take up a rate. You know how it is. Got to pay those bills. But we want you to stay tuned. And not only that, when we come back, bring somebody else with you. Don't be selfish. Share.
Invite people.
Share the video out and let people know we are on air. We would love to have you join us. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Skyline Foundation.
Yeah.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, one with a home run, hit
the home run.
Right. They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the how
much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're
then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
Then the pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017. He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs. 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whoa! The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him.
You can't even see the top of that thing.
Even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback from Sunset Soul Radio.
Just us as a people, I feel like you should not feel good about that. I'm not quite sure why why you would feel happy. Like that's the part I don't understand. Like I can appreciate the women feeling like they told their story and finally justice is going to be served, but I don't understand the feeling happy about it, or the thought that as a woman, which I've been hearing that a lot as I hear people talk about it, and I look at it on Facebook, and I've heard other radio stations speak on it. It's like you should as a woman feel vindicated, or you should be happy and proud, or you being a survivor of molestation, I know you should understand and be happy about it, pro Me Too. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with, first of all, that I should feel any kind of way, and I don't find that doesn't make me happy to see a man go to prison, especially at his age, and basically for the rest of his life, and dealing with the fact that his own personal things. His daughter just died. Like I can't be happy about that. Even if I feel justice is served, I can't be happy about it. I would just say nothing. I would just feel like, okay, we won, justice is served, and that it will be the end of in my opinion, my emotion. But the thing that bothered me is today. He had, after the verdict, he had an outburst. And the prosecutors...
Sunset Soul Radio, Thursdays from 7 to 9, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Boy, bless it.
And Skyline Foundation.
We here.
Markley sings Tiana.
Hey. We here. We here.
And they got a lot of good stuff going on. This coming Saturday and Sunday, right? Y'all gonna be in DC and Baltimore. Talk about it.
July 21st, we will be in DC at Franklin Square Garden. That's 14th and K. If anyone knows where Park at 14th is, it's that park right across the street from Park at 14th. So you won't miss it. It's really big. We'll be there from 12:30 to 4. 12 to 4?
12 to 4.
12 to 4. And on Sunday, we will be under the 83 bridge. Under the bridge, because y'all are from Baltimore, so y'all will know what bridge.
If you don't know where under the 83 bridge is, it's right off Saratoga.
Saratoga.
Recognize.
That's what everybody.
Baltimore's not that big.
Nope. From 12 to 4 as well. Come out, enjoy yourselves. Actually, feeding the homeless is actually fun. It goes by swiftly, because once you get started, you don't stop until you run out of stuff, and then you're like, oh, all right, so now what do we do? And we just talk to the homeless people because they're homeless and they want conversations. And,
it's a party.
Each other.
We got music. Come on out. It's a party. We give them a party. We give them a party. We give them a good time. We show them a good time. We show them love, respect, and we give them food, snacks, water, juice, clothes, footwear, toiletries, feminine products, toiletries. Everything they need, we got it. And that's what we do.
Yeah. We give them about a week's worth of food, like 1 week, literally. If they can figure out how to make that food last for that whole week, trust and believe they are making that food last.
Yeah,
because they get a lot of food.
They
from
do,
us.
and they actually leave with bags of stuff. I've been out there a couple times. I'm proud. I have been out there a couple times. I need to come back some more, but I've been out there.
You really do. I know. With them girls.
Hey, yes, we're gonna be doing some more stuff. Probably, I would say, I'm gonna hold this up a little bit. Probably more so in the new year, because all three of us come from. Shout out to them girls, Deborah and Queen. Okay, if y'all don't know what them girls is, it's determined, empowered, motivated girls, and we say girls loosely. I'll give you more information about that, but that's what we are, them girls, and we do community events all the time. And so we did have a chance to do Skyline Foundation, Feed the Homeless, and it was cool. So we got to make sure we get back out there. All three of us come
had
from
a DJ, had Shorty, the barbecue man.
Oh man, he is so what's up, and I love him, right? Because when he's making stuff on the grill, he's like, come here, taste this real quick. And you know, he's just gonna put it in your hand. So don't bother getting a plate or anything like that. If he lets you taste something, it's gonna go in your hand.
And you better taste it.
And you better taste it.
Because if you don't, he will talk about you.
And it melts in your mouth because it is bomb. He cooks ribs. He cooks chicken. He cooks. Have you ever had hot dogs?
No.
Everything.
Do we make hot dogs like that? No. You gonna get premium meat.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, sausage, chicken, ribs. For those of you that deal with a pig, he'll even cook that pork chop for you too. I wouldn't suggest it, but it is what it is.
You know, they just let out a study saying bacon is as bad as cigarettes.
Yep, it's worse.
Yeah, man.
Toxin
I wonder if that includes turkey bacon, because we eat turkey bacon all the time.
I don't think it includes turkey bacon.
Okay, because we don't eat beef or pork at our house.
Turkey bacon is worse than any bacon because of the salting content.
Right.
But outside of that, pork bacon, it's more toxic than a regular cigarette.
That's a hard thing to give up, man. I don't eat.
That's why I don't eat pork. Sausage. I'm Italian. I can't give up my sausage. Now, if you give me 3 beneficial reasons why I need to give up sausage, then I'll give it up.
Say sausage one more time.
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
Sausage.
Sausage. Did I say sausage?
I gotta have my sausage.
It's sausage.
That's like,
depending on where you come from.
Look,
that's pronounced different ways.
Look, y'all, we in Baltimore. Y'all say hot dogs.
Yeah. Although I don't. I practice not saying.
Y'all say Doug.
I don't say
Frug.
Dummy. I hate dummy.
Yeah. Every now and then the Baltimore will come out from me, because I grew up in West Baltimore. I did.
West Side.
Although I prefer like East Baltimore County and stuff. That's where I usually live. But
East Side better than the West Side.
What?
The way you said it was like, but I grew up in West.
Okay, I grew up. You say it like this: I grew up over West. That's how you say it. I grew up over West. That's you don't say I grew up in West Baltimore. I grew up over West. And if you're from Baltimore, you know what that means. You over there, you know, Garrison and Barrington and Walbrook and all that stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Windsor Mill.
Bring it back in.
Garrison.
Yes. Cold Spring, all of that. That's good.
Liberty Heights, Liberty Road.
Okay. She grew up over PG.
I know a little bit. A little bit.
Far away.
So yeah.
PG County in the house.
Yes.
DC.
Hey.
And of course Lisa, she from over east.
You're from over
You grew up over east.
I grew up over east, but I have a business. I have a convenience store over West Sandtown.
Hey, okay.
So I've been blessed to have that store for the last 8 years.
Oh my God. Belle.
Yes, it's awesome.
That is so awesome. Wow. So how did you get into that? I love finding out information about like that. So how did you get into that? How did you decide you wanted to start a convenience store?
I wanted a business where, regardless of whatever is going on in the economy, that somebody is still going to be able to purchase something from me. Because people are going to make sure they have that that dollar for some cigarettes or some candy, some juice or something. So no matter what's going on, they're gonna make sure that they can come in to get something, whether it's snacks or chips or juice. So when when I was younger, my mother, we used to live down Perkins, and my mother used to make candy apples, candy bags, and stuff like that. So
wait a minute, pause.
Yes. Penny candy.
The because y'all don't know about a candy bag with all the penny candies in it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Okay,
that
I
was
just
my
had a
mother.
flashback.
Yes, frozen cups, sticky apples.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's a Baltimore thing. So you know, me and Lisa, we vibrating on a different level right now.
Yes.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So people used to always be knocking on my mother's door, and it was cool helping her get the stuff together and making the little candy apples and stuff. So it was pretty cool. So I learned the entrepreneurship at a young age.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So a friend of mine told me about the building for sale. I bought the building, and it's been good ever since.
And you know, it takes a lot of faith to do something like that, because you know, people are always going to find a reason, like it's a corner store on every corner. Why you going to start a corner store? Because nobody has a corner store like I had one.
Right.
That's the reason why you do it. So kudos for doing that.
Yes, thank you.
So have you ever thought about expanding, or you just concentrating on that one store?
Just on that one store for right now, because I'm a true entrepreneur. I do other things as well.
Okay.
So I'm branding myself as a motivational speaker right now.
Okay.
I also have a health and wellness business through Total Life Changes.
Okay.
So I do vending events as well. So I'm constantly out and about doing different activities.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's why I'm just focusing on that one store, because I have other different hats.
That is so smart. Okay. So first of all,
you know I gotta cut in there, right? You know I gotta cut in there, right? Because she ain't saying nothing.
Go ahead.
What?
Lose 5 pounds in 5 days.
Yes, the cleansing and detoxifying tea that cleanse your liver, your lungs, and your kidneys.
Hey, look, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. So
I was waiting for her to say it. She ain't say nothing.
Total Life, yes.
I had to throw it out there.
Detox is important. I know I'm at the point where I realize I need to do one. I'll be 36 on my birthday. Hey.
I'm detoxing.
You are now?
Yeah. 4 days strong. You want to say it or you want to say it? Who want to put me?
He's not smoking cigarettes no
Ring the bell, ring the bell.
Really?
Yes.
I told y'all it was temporary. I told y'all it was temporary. It wasn't a full-time thing. I told y'all when I'm ready to get over it, I'm gonna put that mess down, and I put it down.
Congratulations.
I miss it.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
You doing good.
I ain't going back.
4 days is 4 days.
4 days is 4 days. I'm 4 days strong. I'm good.
So, you know, that's an exclusive right here on the Be Inspired Radio Show. You found out, Mark.
If you really want to quit, you got to be mentally, physically, mindset ready. You don't need no gum. You don't need no... What's
patches?
You don't need no patches. You don't need no cigarette gum.
Vapes are good.
You don't need none of that.
It's an alternative. It's just the power of a changed mind.
If you really want to quit, if you're mentally and physically, and you've literally said it to yourself, or you've said it out loud to people, you'll quit.
I believe that anything you say out loud, almost anything you say out loud, let me put the almost there, you have to do, because nowadays people will hold you accountable for what you say and what you do and how you carry yourself and all of that. And every time you say something out of your mouth and people are actually listening to you, they're going to come back and ask you a couple weeks later, so how is that going? They don't forget. So because he has held himself accountable, I'm actually proud of him. Finally. I don't like them things.
I mean, you can tap that bell a couple times.
That's good. I am proud. So, you know, positive change is awesome. And, you know, we promote that on this show.
Look, it's just like I did a post. I did a self-post. What is it?
You gotta go back and get it.
I gotta go to my phone, yo.
But you know, we love positive posts.
Everyone does some type of challenge. Basically, what it is, hit my page on this post that I posted. Give me your name. and I send you back a positive message on what I feel about you. Like, for example, if Tiana was to hit my post up, Tiana, you the boss. You make this happen. I love you to death because you take control of what goes on within the foundation. You're a true leader. You're more than a leader.
He's gonna keep saying this.
You know what I mean?
But he's pouring into
You are so much more than just a team leader.
It's happening on
You know what I'm saying?
Wait for the tears.
Lisa hits me up. Lisa, you have been so strong within our movement the last few months. You've been my go-to person. I've thrown it out there to John, Tiana, Kiera. Hey, let's do a walk around. Lisa, where do you need me and what do you need me to do?
Yes.
Yeah, because Tiana's
give me a day. And give me a day and a time. That's all I need. I'm there. What do you need me to do? It is what it is.
That's what's up.
I can't do everything because I don't live in the city. I'm maybe 30 minutes away. Tiana can't do everything that I need her to do. She's 45 minutes to an hour away.
I'm an hour away.
Depending on traffic. Depending on traffic. Rush hour? You're lucky she's here on the show right now because it's 2 hours away. She don't work in PG County or DC no more. She works in Northern Virginia. But she's here. Go ahead. Ring that bell. Go ahead.
It's loyalty, y'all.
You can hit that bell one more time. Go ahead for yourself.
When you say you're going to do something, do it. Don't say that you're going to do it and then flake, because then you become a flaking person.
She done hit me up twice today. You know how bad I really don't want to make this 2-hour drive, but you see where she's at. She's on the Be Inspired show.
He dismissed it all the way.
I sure did, because I knew you was coming. I knew you was coming, because you're faithful. You are that true leader. I have to. I gotta blow you up.
Pour into her. Pour into her.
Got to.
She
deserves so much more than what she gets.
I appreciate that.
You do.
I really do. Like,
you deserve so much more than what you get.
You know, one day that deserving so much more, I'm gonna have that so much more. It's coming. It's coming. It's on its way.
Coming. I wish Kiera was here.
I told you to invite
Shout out Kiera.
Next time you have to bring her.
She's relocated. She's relocated.
Oh, well, she can call in.
We can try to get her to do
next time. What about that?
Call her.
Like
See what's up. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. When we come back from, we're not going to break now. When we come back from the break, let's attempt to call Kiera, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can pull her in. That would be fun. See, y'all never know what you're gonna get on the show.
You never know.
It's always exciting. That's why you always have to stay tuned in. That's because that's what we do. We bring you exclusives.
That's right.
Right, this is a real exclusive.
Yeah. So how
Miss Be Inspired.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Blizzard.
Hey.
Skyline Foundation.
That's right.
That's what we do.
That's right. Yes. When y'all gonna get on air?
Hey,
like
it ain't nothing but a thing.
Boy.
Man, I'm ready.
So
I'm gonna talk to y'all about something once we over the show. Exclusives, but I ain't gonna give you everything. But I'll talk to y'all about something.
One of my biggest goals is to either have a radio show or have a visual magazine, like a magazine that's on a website and you can go to and just scroll through. And I don't want it to be, because you know Instagram is big and all you need is one little comment and boom, here comes 1,000 likes out of nowhere, because that's how people are. So one of my biggest goals is either to have a radio show and to have a visual magazine. I don't know when it's gonna happen. You know, you gotta learn a lot of things before you actually step into things like that. But I definitely have thought about having a radio show of my own, with other people on it, of course. But
it's motivational.
It's on
Skyline Foundation.
It's on the rise. I had a black
Them girls.
that had all of the information
Blizzard.
that I needed in it.
With that very beautiful hat that you have on.
Appreciate it.
Chi-Town in the house.
I knew you was going to say.
Oh, you know I was going to say something. I'm supposed to go home next month. But I rearranged my travel plans. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going. I haven't set a destination yet. I have an open ticket. I actually have two.
Wait a minute.
And I'm just going. Southwest is gonna take me somewhere.
Southwest has an amazing cell.
I like Southwest.
Especially especially if you got the hookup.
Yeah. Y'all go to Southwest and see that amazing cell.
Yeah. Because unless Southwest is gonna be a sponsor of the show, we can't give it free publicity.
Right, that's why I stopped. No free
But you know, check out some airlines. You might be surprised what kind of sales you come across.
You know,
That's how we say
Southwest,
it like that.
United, Southwest,
Spirit,
Iceland Air, Southwest, JetBlue, Southwest, Delta,
American Airlines,
Southwest.
Wait a minute. American? Oh yeah, they're still around.
Yeah, they're still around.
Y'all remember AirTran?
Yeah.
That was my airline. I'ma tell you. First of all, their prices were super cheap, and they always gave you like dope snacks on the plane.
I like Southwest.
Yeah, we gathered that.
Their airline stewardess or a bunch of comedians. All right. Now that we got everything, they go through the rundown with the seatbelts and the things that come down and you breathe in them, and when they get done with their whole shebang, enjoy your ride on Southwest Airlines to China, and you're going to Chicago.
Like that mess up somebody's head. Like, am I on the wrong side? You can't mess with people like that, because people go off. Like, what? Yeah, you don't want to do that, folks. I almost did that once. I almost thought I was on the wrong flight.
Really?
I did.
Did you check your flight? Check your ticket? I almost missed the plane inside of the airport before, so it's okay.
I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I'm good. It's not hard to do. It can happen.
It was that serious. I was sitting down.
I missed a flight before.
Oh yeah.
And I was in a world of trouble. No, I was still home. Miscommunication. Yeah, I was in a whole world of trouble on that one.
Oh my. Yeah, that's tough. Like, I don't know how. Yeah, because I try to get another 2 hours ahead of time. Day. I don't play about my money, okay? Let me just say, like,
I spent this money.
I don't play about my money. If I spent X amount of dollars on my flight, I'm gonna be there 2 hours in advance. I'm gonna be in that security line. I'm gonna have enough time to get me something to eat if I want to.
Right.
Before the flight. What, Liz? Where you been lately? Cause you've been traveling all over with
you
BBK
quiet over there, bro.
BBK.
PA.
That's a car ride.
Hanover and Reed.
But he's still traveling.
That's a car ride.
It is
traveling. You get on airplanes and doing big things.
Last time I took a flight was last year on my birthday. I went to Vegas.
Hey.
Trying to go back though.
Hey.
Vegas.
My sister lives there.
I went to Vegas
Super Bowl.
for
Super
my graduation celebration.
My homeboy got some good deals.
I bet.
So much fun.
Put you right on.
It really depends on who you go with, though. I say if you go to Vegas, you got to go with the right crew, because if
30 and over.
True.
Why it has to be 30? It's okay, 30 and over. It's fine. I'm still going to be invited. Yes.
Oh yeah, she will.
25 and over.
Mentality of 30 and over.
Thank you.
She got the mentality of 30 because she a boss.
See? take it. Just take it.
She the
Take it,
boss that
Tiana.
runs
Take it.
that beat.
Accept it.
I have to
Accept your help. You know, you're getting.
That is something. When people speak to you, another good point, because I'm on good points today. Don't ask me why. But when people speak to you and they tell you different things, actually listen to what they're saying and actually take it and embrace it and actually make it to who you are, because they see the things in you and they see that you're capable of it. And the more they speak in you, the more you begin to act that way or build upon those characteristics that they actually see. Over the weekend, I do beaded bracelets and waist beads because that helps me with my stress. And that's also, I mean, if I'm making 30, 40, 50 different beads, then I might as well go on and sell them. So before I left, I was saying goodbye to everyone and thanking everyone for inviting me or for giving me that opportunity, telling them to let me know what the next one is, so I'll do it again. Even though I have to get up really early to do it. But nevertheless, it's worth it. And I like being out there, and I know that my products will get to everyone who I need to get to, and my products will be bought. Before I left, one of the ladies were ministering to me, and she was like, you have the hands of pottery. You can make anything, and you can create everything. And then I went on Groupon and saw a pottery class for like $40. I was like, oh, but she don't know. She just spoke this into existence. Let me start making it, because I can make pots. I've made t-shirts before. I make bracelets. I've made necklaces. I make a lot of things.
That's a stream of income. That's what I always say.
And
yes, that's a stream of income.
I am a hustler. I do hair on the side. And I do vast hair. I don't stop at one spot. I travel to do hair too, which is why I'm always up here, which is why I'm like, I need to stay from up here. But I work parties sometimes, like actually work them, not host them. But I host parties too. Shouts out to Mark, Skyline Foundation.
Skyline Models.
Skyline Models.
And, or if you
Skyline
like me,
Bacon Babes.
if you like me, you mush it all together. Skyline Models Foundation.
But
getting it wrong for a while.
I do a lot, and because I do a lot, just having someone speak that into me, that's another stream of income that I can actually, I am actually interested in. The way that I ended up selling the beads was through a friend. She's an artist. From paintings to making her own jewelry to doing all that. Hi, Jamie. To doing everything, like everything artistry. Like I love going to her house. I love looking at her paintings. I love her jewelry. And one day while I was sitting there, she was like, here, you can make some beaded bracelets. So I started putting the beads on. And then I went over there a week later and she was like, here's some more bracelets. So then I made one bracelet and I made it too small. So I wanted to make another bracelet. And she looked at me, she was like, yeah. So you keep making bracelets, you're gonna have to pay. So I ended up having her go out and get a bead box for me because she knows how to choose the beads and everything, and I've been making bracelets ever since.
Wow.
But bracelets was something I was doing when I was younger too. So just for it comes back in a full effect. Everything that you learn when you're younger, all the talents you have, don't let them go, because they're gonna come back one way or another. And you're gonna be able to do something from it.
That's a good word.
Let me tell you, now, because that's why I'm sitting here making bracelets now.
See, and the original point was that somebody spoke something into you.
This is true.
Somebody spoke something into you. You received it and went on Groupon and got you a pottery class.
Right.
See
now all I gotta do is go to the class and learn how to make them.
See?
And keep going to the class and buying the products to make them and making it work, and boom, here I go selling pots to everybody. Y'all gonna like them though, trust me.
Skyline Foundation pots.
Yes.
Skyline Foundation pottery.
Pottery, yeah, pottery. That sounds better.
For pottery, but wait till I come up with that nice thing that comes with it. Y'all are gonna be amazed, and it's gonna be worth it. So I'm trying to get as many income.
Multiple streams of income.
Yes.
MSIs. Shout out to Alicia Adams, co-author with me and Kadisha on Wisdom on the Wall. Finance guru. Let me just tell you, multiple streams of income.
Yes.
That's what she calls it, MSIs.
Streams of income so that I don't have to work anymore. And when I get there, trust me, I will be living an amazing life.
Yes. Well, you have someone to look up to.
Yes, because Lisa owns her own store.
Yes.
Like, I kind of did know, but now that you say this, like, I didn't know that.
Yes. That's what's up. And she's a perfect example.
8 years strong.
Multiple streams of income.
Hit that one more time.
So listen, we talked about a few things on the show. I know you got some kind of encouragement. We got about 5 minutes left. There's a couple of things I wanted to do before the show ends, but I definitely want to thank everybody who tuned in this week. We have an amazing group that are going to be coming in next week. Y'all cannot miss the show. We are 3 years strong of the Be Inspired radio show, and your support has been amazing. I appreciate you. Blizzard appreciates you, the whole team. We thank
Skyline Foundation.
Skyline Foundation, and we're gonna do what we can to keep going and start some new stuff.
3 years strong.
Yeah, that's
what I forgot the bells when she said.
Okay, 3 years strong. Thank you. 3 years strong. So we're gonna be wrapping up. Bliss, do you have any final thoughts? Something you want to share with the team?
Just appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Appreciate all the guests that came through. Just appreciate everybody. Just keep it positive, keep inspiring, keep motivating. Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what I said. Bliss is amazing and motivating. Please keep Bliss in prayer, okay? He is doing some amazing things, going through some transitions in life, and we all need that type of support. So we sending positive your way, sending it your way.
Appreciation.
And then keep Skyline Foundation in prayer.
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
You want to start off with Kiera, or you want me to start off?
We trying. What you mean, calling her?
It's too late now to
No. Our team leader, Kiera, for Baltimore. She got a promotion within business. She'll be relocating to Jersey.
Okay.
We're gonna miss her. We love her to death for everything that she does, everything she stands for with Skyline Foundation, Skyline Models. She's gonna be missed dearly.
Yeah, because I don't know what I'm gonna do without my boo.
She's gonna try to make it down here from time to time. When she gets up there, she gets situated 6 months to a year. That's gonna be our plug-in to start feeding Jersey and New York. She's gonna be our plug-in.
Yes, that's
now we got a plug-in.
Yes, that's right.
So we're losing a team leader, but we're gaining a team leader within Miss Lisa. I want to give a big shout out to Lisa for everything that she's done from day one to the current time. I've talked to John, I've talked to Kiera, I've talked to Tiana. We've all discussed it, and we all came to agreement. She's the fitting one to take over the role of what Kiera does.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Is this an exclusive?
Yes, it's an.
Oh my goodness! Y'all know how we
ring the bell. I really want to say congratulations to you because this is your 3rd year doing this, and you have not been discouraged, and you have kept moving. You built this, and you built this brand on your own, which probably isn't all the way true, but you have a nice, great team behind you, which means everyone was a part of where you came from and your vision, and this is your 3rd year doing it. So congratulations.
Yes. We love you, sweetheart.
Oh my God.
We definitely do.
See, now I'm gonna cry. You know how we leave
It's okay. You ready for the tears?
Oh God, thank you so
We're proud of you.
Thank you.
And we thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It's nothing for me to ask, and you're like, come on.
Yeah.
What date? We always try to have it within the third week before our feeding frenzy with DC and Baltimore.
Yes. The feeding frenzy. I like that word.
But you always, you and Blizzard are always open arms to us, and we thank you.
Yes.
Because we wouldn't be that much further with reaching our goals within our mission if it wasn't for you and Blizzard.
Thank you.
More important, you. No offense.
I saw good.
But you know, we love you too, Blizzard.
Appreciate y'all.
Blizzard is
the big MC of Be More.
He is a legend.
He's a legend. If y'all don't know, man, look him up. Blizzard.
In Baltimore.
Miss Be Inspired. Yeah.
On Be Exposed Radio.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey.
If you don't know, now you know.
Hey.
3 years, man.
We got
That's
you all the promotion you need.
You gotta ring that bell.
See?
Oh, we got 30 seconds, y'all. All right, so we got.
I should have brought you a cake.
See? Oh man! Oh wait a minute. Next week.
Wait till she finishes.
All right, we gotta wrap it up, family. Thank you all so much. We appreciate your support. We just love all of our listeners and viewers. Meet us back here next week with a guest. Same time, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Skyline Foundation. You might get a cake next week.
Hey.
Be Inspired Radio Show. Tune in every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
I'll give you an example of mine, and this is real simple, but I know I'm not the only one that this happened to. So I went to Target last night, and I'm shopping. I'm just filling my cart with this